Welcome to Pinnacle Performance Company's Fishbowl Friday with Pinnacle co-founder and COO G. Riley Mills and master instructor and editorial director Brad Lawrence.
It's Fishbowl Friday here on a Friday, unsurprisingly. I'm Brad Lawrence. This is G. Riley Mills. G, what's going on? What are we doing?
We got a Fishbowl Friday. We got a fishbowl full of questions. As always, we're going to draw one. Here it is. We're going to answer it, and then we're going to send you off into your weekend with some insights. You ready? All right, here we go. How do I handle people who interrupt me during presentations and meetings?
Okay.
So it's a question about interruptions.
Interruptions.
What you got?
Oh, I feel like this is now more than ever a thing because of all the virtual stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
It's so difficult to fill in those gaps in communication with the nonverbals that happen when you're in somebody's physical space, when you're on Zoom or Teams or whatever your virtual platform is. It's tough to pick up on those cues, so there's a lot of overtalk and things like that.
Yeah.
So this makes total sense. And the first thing that comes to mind for me is, how consistent is it happening?
Yeah.
And what do you think's motivating it? If it's consistent and you think it's a personality trait, I think it's time for a conversation.
Yeah, so
probably.
for sure if it's one person,
Yes,
right? If
yeah.
you're trying to get through your content
Yeah.
and one person consistently is interrupting you, putting in their thoughts, derailing it, then yeah, I think you have to do it. My advice would be, if you can get to a break, pull them aside
Yeah.
during a break.
Or between meetings, too.
Or
I think
between
so, yeah.
meetings, yes, for sure. The one caveat I would say is, unless it's your boss.
Yeah.
If it's a senior leader who's the one...
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah,
Excuse me, ma'am.
If it's a senior leader or your boss who's the one who's consistently interrupting, you just have to deal with it. You have to answer as concisely as you can, try to keep things moving.
Probably.
Ground rules, what are your thoughts on setting ground rules?
Definitely. Yeah. If again, there's a lot of variables at play here. Are these people that you're with constantly, consistently? Is
Yeah.
this a weekly meeting and a monthly meeting? Is it a team that you're working with consistent? That all comes into play here. Relationship certainly matters, but ground rules for sure. And something I like to do, especially when I'm meeting with people that I don't see very frequently, is I assign the role of a timekeeper, somebody that's empowered by the group to jump into situations like that, and using time as the reason. Hey, we want to make sure that we finish on time, so I'm empowered to jump in and say, "Hey, sorry, Gary, we gotta cut this off."
And also, if there's no break where you can pull this person aside privately and maybe say, "Hey, I got a lot to get through. Can you save some of your questions?"
Yeah.
Maybe during, let's say you're going for an hour, there's no breaks. One thing I might do is I might do it in a positive way. I might say, "Hey, Evan, I appreciate all the questions. These are really great, super helpful. I only have an hour and we have a lot more content to get through. If possible, can you save some of these until the end? Or maybe you and I can talk afterwards."
Absolutely.
To see if I can. I definitely want to answer your questions, but I need to get through this for the sake of everyone else. That might be a way.
Express how much you value their contributions.
Yeah.
But for the sake of whatever's happening in this moment or for this meeting, we just don't have
And
time.
I think good facilitators, I love interruptions. I love questions because that means the audience is engaged. That means they're with you. They're curious. All good things. It's just the time thing. If it's sucking up too much time and you're
hogging the spotlight
or
too.
hogging the spotlight.
Yeah.
Some people just like to hear their own voice.
Yeah.
So yes on all those things. Anything we missed?
I like that. That's good. I think, again, a lot of variables at play, but I think that's a good jumping off point for tackling that problem.
Yeah, set your ground rules.
Yeah. Most people don't even know they're doing it, right? I mean,
correct.
Or if they were aware of the challenges of the conflict they're introducing to the group, they probably wouldn't do it in the first place.
Yeah, set your ground rules, facilitate in the moment, pull the person aside if you need to, but watch the time and be positive with them instead of scoldy of ask. It's good they're asking questions. That's good.
Yeah.
You're interrupting me with some questions. I appreciate it, but I got a lot to get through, so we got to be conscious of time. That is your Fishbowl Friday. Have a great weekend, everybody. See you next time.
If you'd like to submit a question for the Fishbowl, drop us an email at fishbowl@pinper.com. If you'd like to learn more about Pinnacle Performance Company, email us at info@pinper.com. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, and tell your friends. See you next week.